Okay, welcome again to Yoga with Smiles. Today we'll talk about one of the reasons of being overweight, and that is the feeling of insecurity because of some kind of unacknowledged fear. You know, all of us have to deal with fear at some time or the other. We may not be aware of it, but there are two kinds of fears. One fear is the actual fear, like you're standing on the railway tracks and one train is coming at you. You know, real fear lasts just 2 seconds or just 5 seconds, and then it goes away. But most of the time, we are dealing with imaginary fear. We imagine that what if something happens, and we must have now the ability of separating the real fear with the imaginary fear. And the imaginary fear, it can be related to many things. A lot of one of the biggest fear that we have is fear of failure. We are so scared that we don't want to fail that we are happy playing small games. It's like playing table tennis with a 4-year-old, because you play games only where you want to win. So think about how many times your fear of failure has stopped you from doing what you want. Just imagine, there were so many things you would have, could have, should have done in life, but you have been stopped because of this imaginary fear of failure. Now, all of you all have been driving a vehicle. Think about the first time you sat behind a car or a bicycle or a scooter. Were you scared? Of course. Did you have fear? Sure. But did you allow your fear to stop you? Think about it. You had the fear and still you took the action, isn't it? And that is where you got the result of learning how to drive that vehicle. So, this is just a simple example to show you that it is all right to be scared. It is all right to have fear, because we are humans and we will have fear at some time or the other. My one tip for today is learn how to separate your real fear from your imaginary fear. And if it is an imaginary fear, acknowledge the fear. You say, yes, thank you. I acknowledge you. I know I'm scared about this, but continue to take action. Is it a simple rule? Have the fear, acknowledge the fear, take the action. Okay? And the minute you take the action, try anything. The first time you went on stage, weren't you so scared? You were terrified to go up on stage, but you had the fear, you went on stage, and when you started talking, you realized, oh, it is not so bad after all. Okay? So this is just a small tip about how to deal with your fear and have this feeling in your mind that I am secure, I am protected. Okay? This is one of the ways in which you will manage your relationship with fear. There are many other tips, but I think that much is enough for today. So over to Dr. Sharda. Welcome. Dr. Sharda, yeah, she will talk about the physical aspects about being overweight. And really, we have so much to talk on this. I'm really waiting.
Yes, yes.
Welcome.
So today is going to be an exciting topic. I guess all ladies will be waiting for this weight loss program. And it's going to be a very interesting one because in my clinical experience, I have seen so many cases where people have lost weight and they've transformed themselves. So even if they did like a 5-day program or a 10-day program, every day that they did the program with us, they would go back 1 year. So if they did it like a 10-day program, if they were 45 years, they look like they were 35-year-old. So obviously with our program, we do it with a lot of treatments and all that. But here we are going to do basically with diet and a lot of mental tips which Shobha ma'am has given. And also I would give you some tips on some treatments as well, like if you have some excess hunger, how you can actually treat it yourself. So first of all, I'm not going to explain because we don't have much time on why there is obesity or why do we gain weight. So it is basically the simple principle about little drops of water make a mighty ocean. The same way, little things that we keep adding, the snacking habit that we have in between that we do, that is the time when we tend to put on a lot of weight. So the first thing I would say is we need to be very much aware about what we are doing. So when we are aware, then we know what extra we have put into our body. So the first thing we need to know about what we put in and what we put out. So the energy in and the energy out. So usually for people over 30 years of age, 1000 to 1200 calories is more than enough. But what we do is we eat 1500 to 2000 calories a day. So that excess 300 to 500 to 1000 calories that we eat every day keeps piling up, and then we gain around 1 kg or half a kg every month. And over the year, we put on around 1 to 5 kgs. And over the 10 years, you see that you have gained 10 to 20 kgs. This is not that which has happened in 1 or 2 days, but this is something which has happened over the years. And in the lockdown, people have gained in 1 or 2 months because they have sat at home and they have had enough of all the junk and they have cooked all the good food and they have not exercised. So during the lockdown, there is an increased risk of obesity. Now, obesity as such is not a disease, but it is welcoming all the disease. So when you have excess fat in your abdomen, you can get diabetes, you can get increased blood pressure, and you can have all the problems because of the excess fat, which is near all the vital organs. So the vital organs cannot do the excretion, the elimination, or whatever functions. So here, what I'm not going to explain because you already know what obesity does to you. So basically here, you have to have discipline, self-discipline. That's the first thing that you have to put it into your mind. How I am going to discipline myself. How do you do it? That is with awareness. How you're going to be aware? That is, you need to have your own diary. In the diary, you're going to start from today. That is, what is going to be your weight for today? So say in case you are 65 kgs today and you want to come down to 60 kgs. So you want to lose 5 kgs. So you keep a target of 2 to 3 months. So let's keep a target of 2 kgs every month. So you know now you have to eat accordingly, and at the same time you have to exercise as well. So how you do it? So write it down. Today I'm 65 or 75 or 80, whatever the weight is, and put your target weight on top, that you're going to become 10 kgs less or 5 kgs less. So this is going to, don't be too much heavy or too much on yourself. Keep something that you know will which is achievable right now, because you need to have trust on yourself. So how do you do it? So now you have a weight of say 70 kgs and you want to become 65. How do you come to 65? Okay. The first important thing you need to do is you need to have a measuring tape. So here we are going to focus more than weight loss. We're going to focus on the inch loss, because the fat in the abdomen is the main culprit for all the problems. So what you do is you can actually get an inch tape for around 10 to 15 within 20 rupees. In case you cannot afford, in the sense you cannot go out and get a tape, at least take some long thread and just take your chest circumference, like you keep it here and mark it as chest. You keep it over here and put it as waist. Then put it in your belly region, you know, where your umbilical is, and put it as your abdomen, and then one for your hip region. So take 4 measurements and write it down. And just see whether it is centimeters or millimeters or inches. It is better to go with the centimeters, because that way you can keep an eye on how much you have lost centimeter wise. So once you have done that, you got idea, clear-cut idea, and you know now how much you want to become. Usually we have a fat caliper. So when you check, the fat caliper should not show fat, which is like when you pinch your stomach like this, the fat should not be more than 20 millimeters or maximum 30 millimeters. Anything over 30 millimeters over in the fat caliper is a sign. If you have a family tendency of diabetes, you're surely going to get diabetes when you reach 40 millimeters, and 50, you're definitely going to be in the borderline of diabetes. So that is why we are concentrating on losing this fat. So can you pinch your abdomen like this? Just take your 2 hands, keep it on your stomach and pinch, and just check how much fat you have on your stomach like this. Just check.
Quite a lot.
Yeah. Huh? And you get a guidance of how much the fat is. So if it is this much, it's okay. Anything over means you're obese. So there you have to lose the fat. So you have taken the inch, the millimeters. So you write it down and you keep it over there. So then we will monitor it every week, how much you have lost and your progress. Because once you see your progress and you see your weight loss and you see your inch loss, that is going to be something inviting you to do better the next time. So I'll give you simple tips. There's nothing to, it's not a science or something. It's something that what you have to eat and how much you have to exercise. So how do we start? So first thing is you have to make sure you have 3 water bottles of a liter. So make sure you have 3 water bottles, fill it up and keep it for yourself, because first thing is more water you drink, the less you eat. So yeah, and also water is not just that, you don't want to eat, so I'm just trying to, it is good for your body. So whenever you drink your water, drink it with a lot of love and affection, because water has energy. And everything that you put into your body, if you put it with a lot of love and respect, that energy, that water is going to heal yourself. So the same way, whenever you're going to do a vegetable shake or a simple water or a simple green tea, consume it with a lot of love and respect. And you're putting into your body, and that water or that liquid is going to become you after a few minutes. So when it has to become you and it has to get the highest frequency, the best energy, then you have to put a lot of love and care into it. So that is the first thing. So what you could do is you have 3 bottles. The first bottle, the 1 liter, you can put jeera in that. So you can take 1 spoon of jeera and put jeera in that. The second bottle, you can put coriander seeds in that. The third bottle, you can put 1 spoon of turmeric powder. So the first day you do this. The second day, you make it every day interesting to you, so that you don't get bored with, turmeric water, jeera water, you don't have to think like that. So the second day, what you do is, if you have herbs in your house, you can put basil, tulsi leaves in one of them, like 2-3 tulsi leaves. In the second jar, you can put cucumbers. In the third one, you can cut apples and you can put. The same way, every day you can work on your waters. So you can make lemon slices in it. You can cut any of the citrus fruits like oranges, any of them you can cut and make, the citrus waters. So this way, you can make it more interesting. Also, you can put chia seeds. You can put sabja seeds, tulsi seeds in them. So they swell up and they give you a lot of fiber. So we are done with the water part of it. Now, next we are going to deal with the 3 doshas in our body. So we have vata, we have pitta, and we have kapha dosha. This is the Ayurveda principle. So vata, pitta, kapha, when they 3 are in balance, we have in good health. But usually as we age, after the age of 40, during the mid-age, we are mostly pitta predominant. We have a lot of burning energy. We want to achieve, we want to do all good things, you want to make money. So then you have this boiling blood. And so you have more of heat in your body. So at that time, you need cooling. Like cooling herbs you can use, which is jeera, which are digestives also, coriander, which is again a cooling herb, mint, which is again a cooling. And as you cross 50, 55, 60, you're going to be in place where you're going to have more of vata in your body, which is again, you will start having joint pains. The energy in your body is, imbalanced. So then how you balance it? You can balance again with ajwain seeds, with Oma, that is Oma seeds, and there are so many remedies for that. But basically, I will give you one simple remedy which is going to balance all the three doshas. The one most important remedy is the Triphala powder. So if you can access Triphala powder, you can get it in any of the Ayurveda shops. So what you have to do is take 1 spoon of Triphala powder, and you can put it in 1 or 2 glasses of water, mix it, and you can have it just like that. Or you can boil it and then have a decoction after straining it. So first you can start with boiling and straining it. Then you can have the powder as well, because the powder will increase bulk in your stools and it will help with elimination. So Triphala is one good 3 dosha hara, which means it will balance your 3 doshas. The next one, if you have a pen and a paper, you can write it down so that it will not be out of your mind. So what you can do is you can take 5 tablespoons of coriander seeds, 2.5 spoons of jeera seeds, around 2 to 3 inches of cinnamon stick. And then you can, if you have some, gas, flatulence, belching, then you can also put some ajwain seeds. That is very little you have to put. So you can put around, say, 1 teaspoon of ajwain seeds. So this much, you get it together, fry it. After frying it, you powder it. To this powdered portion, you put around 2 tablespoons of turmeric powder and put it in one airtight jar. So you got it: coriander, jeera, cinnamon stick, ajwain, and last, after all the grinding up, you put turmeric. So this you keep it in one jar, and what you have to do is every day you have to boil 2 glasses of water, put 1 spoon of this powder, and have it as a tea. So this is going to balance all your doshas, so whatever indigestion, constipation, excess heat in the body, excess gas in the body, all that is going to be balanced, and your body is going to be in a much calmer state for you to go for the detox.
What's the music? Can't hear.
Oh, music is loud, is it? Okay. Okay. Can you still hear it? Huh. All right. So this is the I think I'm going overboard now with the time. So this is the liquid and the powder. All right. So then we'll go with the portion control. How we are going to do. So whatever you're going to eat, you're going to go with the portion control. So in case you're eating 3 chapatis, from today onwards, you're going to go for half of what you're going to eat. So say 1.5 chapati. And you can replace it with papaya. You can replace it with apples and any fruit. Try to avoid anything which is very sweet, like mangoes or jackfruit. All that you have to avoid, and anything like curds, ice creams, dairy products, all that you try to avoid. So morning time, if you are really very serious about losing weight, there is one way you can do is mornings you go with the detox water. After that you go with the exercise part. Then you have 1 bowl of fruit. Then in the mid morning around 11 o'clock, you can have again some vegetable juice like ashgourd juice or beetroot juice or carrot juice around 11. And around lunchtime, around 1 o'clock, you can have, say, in case you're very hungry, then you can have 1 roti and 1 big bowl of sabji. Around 3 o'clock, you can have sprouts and
Doctor, we still cannot hear you when the music is there.
Actually, I'm
Maybe
not
we should not put it
music, but my phone is showing some music, my laptop.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Better without the music, yeah.
No, my laptop only is adding some music, so I took it off. Is it better now?
Okay. Yeah. Now we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you can start the yoga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So where did I stop? Yeah. So you have afternoon lunch. Then around 3 o'clock you can have your sprouts. In the sprouts you can have green gram sprouts. You can have any of your those lentils sprouted, and you can have it with cucumbers, with pomegranate. You can mix it with fruits. Doesn't matter. You can have it at 3 o'clock. Around 5 o'clock you can have a soup. That's a very good idea to keep yourself full. And then around dinner time, have it before 8 o'clock. And in your dinner, you try to have avoid rice item. So in that you can have like ragi or bajra or something like that. And at least twice in a week, try to have just the soup and cut down on the dinner totally, at least twice in a week. Baki days, you try to have anything like poha or khichdi or something like that. Okay. So with this, your portion control is going to be there around 1000 to 1200. Just make sure that you're not going overboard with your calories. Portion control is very, very important. Just keep an eye on what you're eating. This is what. And along with that, the exercise part. So I'll tell you some of the exercises that we can do to actually at least exercise. Morning, go for a walk for 30 minutes. Evening, walk. Brisk walk, not slow walk. Go for a brisk walk for 30 minutes. Evening, 30 minutes. And again, another 30 minutes of yoga. So 1.5 hours of exercise is a must during this program. Now, what we can do is, because we are in a group, you all can start posting on and encouraging each other as to how much weight you have lost. And then the person who actually does the best will be winning a gift from our side. So who does it really well? So there's a lot of encouragement. Encourage yourself, because I see a lot of Facebook groups who actually encourage each other, and they are fitting into the dresses, they're taking photographs. So please keep doing that to encourage each other, and send your photos on WhatsApp group, and we will do our best to keep you, encouraged. So let's start with yoga.
I have tried out this diet of yours, and one beautiful thing about this diet is that I did not feel hungry.
Yeah.
Usually you try a diet and then you feel hungry, you feel like eating something or the other. But here throughout the day I'm eating, and I'm eating healthy, and I'm eating in portions, and you feel full and you don't feel hungry and you don't get cravings. So that is the good part about this diet, what you explained right now. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I was just comparing the photo of Shobha ma'am, which she took around 3 months back, and now she looked totally different, and now she's looking much younger, more vibrant, and I was just complimenting her. So she's so I want the same with you all. You have to kind of go back your age. Like if you're 50, you have to go back to 40 and see the transformation in yourself, and you'll notice it yourself, because people will say, what have you done? Have you done a facial? You're looking wonderful. This dress fits you, much better. And everybody likes praises. You feel good when you get praises. So, we'll go for it. All the best for the diet program. So we'll start it seriously from today onwards. And the waters, the detoxes, and the diet, and the exercise. These 4 things you have to keep it in your mind.
Who does not want to join this diet program?
Yeah.
Put it in the chat, because if you don't, we say no, then it's fine. But otherwise, we take it that whoever's in this program, all of you all, let's have fun doing it. We'll smile and be healthy. And touch. And believe me, it is not only about losing weight. It is like overall fitness.
Yeah. Because what I would say is, don't go for those protein shakes, those protein powders that you get with all that Herbalife and all that. It's not going to be good. Anything with a shortcut has something to do with later on troubles. So don't go for those shortcuts. You have to do it through. There are some people who do those tummy, those operations, and then the fat gets deposited, and then we have to massage. Why take all the trouble? Do it the natural way. I will tell you, you will love yourself, and you will see that you're, helping yourself in each and every way. And your children will see you, actually transforming, and they too will learn the good habits. If you're snacking, if you're going outside and eating, they too will learn the habits from you. So what I would say is, start the healthy lifestyle, start the healthy yoga practice, and already you have kept 2 steps inside this, so it's not difficult again for you. One more thing I would say is, I've already told you about the cold pack on the tummy. So this one, if you put a cold pack on your abdomen, the excess heat will be absorbed with the cold pack and you will not feel hungry. So whenever you think you have hunger pangs and you're like jumping in and taking a box of soda or whatever it is, just before that, take some 1 glass water and put a cold pack on your tummy and just feel good. And you're like, okay, I've not taken the 200 calories and I've lost that calories even though I've not exercised. You make yourself better. So this is how you actually keep yourself going. All right. So I think we spoke a lot. We got only 10 minutes for the exercise. So we'll start with the exercise routine. Yeah.
From running out time.
Okay.
Running out time.
Okay, so you can all take your positions. You can, I think, can you see my position, right? So from here, you're all ready? Yeah, come to the standing position. So I will tell you one good tip for today. We are going to do the tummy exercises today. So let's lie down. We'll start with the tummy exercises because I guess most of them want to lose the stomach fat. So we'll lie down. So lie down in Shavasana. Take a nice deep breath in. Prepare your mind for the practice of losing exercises. And then start with the leg raises. So inhale and raise your right leg up. Keep your legs straight. Exhale and down. So repeat this 10 times. Inhale, raise. Exhale, down. Inhale, exhale. 3. So keep doing it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All good? Now we'll go on the opposite leg 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't forget to breathe in and breathe out. 9. And the last one, 10. Very good. So take a nice deep breath into your legs and breathe out the tension of your legs. If you want, you can shake your legs. Good. Now keep your legs together, hands by the side of your body. Now inhale and raise your legs up. Exhale and down. Now we'll do this 5 to 10 times. So inhale, raise. Exhale, down. Try to bring it down slowly. So keep doing it. Inhale up. Exhale down. If you have back pain, then try avoid doing this. If you have too much back pain, then avoid. Or you can just tap your hands and keep it behind your back like this so that you support your back. Otherwise, don't do that because that will not put so much pressure. If you're strong enough, you can just keep your hands side. So keep doing this. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. We'll do 5 more times. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay. Inhale, exhale. Very good. Now relax in Shavasana. Let's feel the changes in your legs, calf muscle, your thighs, your abdomen. Very good. Now turn to the right like this, and we will do leg raises. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So do this 10 times. Inhale. Exhale. Keep doing it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do 3 more times. And the last one. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Now turn to the opposite side and keep doing the same thing. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. So keep doing it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Now relax. Relax with your legs bent and stretch your hands by the side. I cannot see you. Okay, now we'll do the slight stretches. Twist to your right and look to the left. Okay, now the opposite. Inhale and look to the opposite. So do this again. Stretch. Yes, beautiful stretch on your back. Your back is nicely stretched. Okay, one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, relax in Shavasana. Now what we'll do is we'll come to the tabletop position. So, keep your legs like this. Okay? So, bend at your knees and then keep your calf muscle like this, straight. You shouldn't be bent like this. You shouldn't be like this. You should be like this. So, keep it straight. Correct, teacher. Okay, now lift your body up and then exhale. 1, do it 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Release. Again, do it one more time. Raise up 20 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now relax. Relax in Shavasana.
Can feel the stomach going up and down. You know, when you do
Yes,
that.
so you have to hold the core muscle. The stomach muscle is the core. You have to tighten your core. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
You can hear me, right? Okay. So is everyone doing with me?
I'm doing it.
Okay. All right. So shall we go for more of it, or are you tired? We'll do more?
Yeah, we can do more.
Okay. So then from here, we'll try. This is for the loosening. For the tightening of your tummy and lose weight. So here you can either keep your legs straight or you can keep it bent and you have to get up. 1. Then go back. 2. To do this 10 times. 3. Keep doing it. 4. 5. Inhale. Exhale. 6. Inhale. Exhale. 7. 8. Can you feel the sweating? 9. One last one to go. And 10. Good job. Pat yourself. Now relax in Shavasana. Now we'll do cycling. So do the cycling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So do 21 times. Forward direction. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Then just relax, take a deep breath in. Now do it reverse. Same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes, keep doing. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yes, very good. Now you feel the pain in your thigh muscles, in your stomach. So you know there is something happening there. So just relax those muscles. Take a deep breath in. One more time, deep breath in and breathe out through your mouth. Breathe out forcefully. Again, breathe in and forcefully breathe out. When you breathe out through pulse lips. Make a noise and release the stress. One more time. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Very good. So now we'll go on for the scissor movements. Again, we'll try to do at least 15 times the scissors. 1, 2, 3. So go for wide range of scissors. Open and close. Open, close. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And then also go for different range. From up to down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So keep doing. Feel the pain in your thigh muscles. And while doing, hold your core muscles. Hold your tummy tight. Hold it tighter. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep doing it. Very good. Now slowly release. Now relax. Relax in the Shavasana. Okay. Now bend at your knees. Hold your head. And we will do the bridge pose. That is repetitions. We'll do it 5 times. So inhale, raise. Exhale, down. So we'll do it 4 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale up. So push it up as much as you can. Exhale, down. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Now release. Now we'll do the Pavana Muktasana, which is again a very good asana for constipation. So bring your both legs up, straighten up your knees, bend at your knees and hug your knees. And hold your knees tight. Here, you have to go for rocking. Go for rocking. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Now relax. Relax in Shavasana. Now we'll do one more stretching. So here you have to take your right leg and then rotate it. Inhale, exhale. Right leg, you have to rotate. Inhale, exhale. Repeat it. Hold your core muscle tight. 3, 2, and 1. So remember the direction. Now we'll do the opposite again, the same way. Right leg itself. So come. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now relax your right leg. Now do it on the opposite leg. So left leg 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now opposite direction. 1, 2, very good. 3. If you're going like this, we're definitely going to lose weight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now relax. Just take a nice deep breath into your legs. You can shake your legs. Okay. Now what we'll do is, just to make sure we don't get any pain tomorrow, we're going to stretch nicely now. So what we'll do is, put your right leg over the left leg on your knees. Stretch. Stretch your back like this. Feel the stretch. And then the same way, the left leg on your right knee, and then turn to the right and look to your left. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Okay? All right. Now that we have done a lot of leg exercise today and tummy exercises, you have to bend your leg like this. Can you see me? So your ankle should be quite close to your left knee. Your right ankle should be on your left knee. Then you grab onto your left thigh. Grab onto your top of the left thigh and then hold this position. Hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Now the same way, grab your right thigh, your left ankle on your right knee, catch hold of your right thigh and stretch. Get it closer to your body and hold this position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now release your leg. Relax for a while in Shavasana. Close your eyes. Just observe your breathing. Feel the inflow and outflow of breath. And relax with your breath. Now slowly bring your legs together, hands by the side of the body. Take your right hand up, turn to the right side, and then come to the sitting position. Okay, so we have actually more than 40 minutes today. That's why we are still going on. Okay, come closer. So, shall we go on with the breathing or let's finish with the practice? Okay, we'll do one pranayama.
Doctor, we can close with breathing.
Yeah, so we'll do a pranayama. Otherwise, you're going to feel a little incomplete. So make sure you're sitting in any comfortable position, any position that you like, and you're just going to connect with yourself. Now that your body is nicely stretched and relaxed, we are going to work with our lungs. So now what we're going to do is, Inhale deeply. Take a nice deep breath in and inhale. And place your right hand on your abdomen. Then what you're going to do is, you're going to breathe out forcefully, continuously. So here, one breath and you're only going to breathe out. Yeah. So inhale one time, that is, and then you're only going to actively exhale, but passive inhalation. Inhalation happens without effort, but exhalation is forceful. So you're going to keep on pressing your tummy, not pressing the hand, but your abdomen, you're going to push it in. So keep doing it. Today we'll do it 30 times now. So inhale. So I finish with 30. We'll do one more round of 30 counts. So inhale. So now close your eyes and feel the changes after performing this Kapalbhati practice. You're going to feel very calm. Your mind is nice and calm. So just observe the calm and relaxed mind. Now just observe 30 seconds of total silence. If any thoughts do enter your mind, it's not important. Just let it pass. Do not be judgmental. Come back to your breathing. Silence, total silence. So how overeating causes weight gain? The same way overthinking causes stress. So anything in excess is harmful to our body. So we need to also relax our mind. Detoxing your body and detoxing your mind, they equally play an important role. Now, tie your hands behind your back and bend forward and thank God for all the beautiful things in your life. Thank God. With a lot of gratitude for all the good things in your life, thank God. Breathe in, come up, and go for farming. Rub your hands. Can you feel the warmth? Cup them and place them over your eyes and feel the warmth of your hands relaxing your face. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. One more time, deep breath in. And looking at your palms, release.